you're live.
That's good news.
Well, maybe not.
Good evening, everyone. We're alive. Well, yes, we're live on YouTube and Facebook, I believe. And Honeybun's in the background there, as usual, twiddling with her gizmos to just to occupy her time. Really. That's while I'm chatting away.
Something to do with it.
So you can send your messages into her. She loves hearing from you. About anything really, just so she can have a natter back. So it's just coming up to 7 o'clock. It's Wednesday evening. It's the second part of our
Ragtime Swing.
Thank you very much. Ragtime Swing. And tonight we're going to give you a little bit of time to have a practice through the 16 bars, and then we're going to go into doing some technique of the swing with you. Which we hope you'll be able to carry through to other swings that you may do as well. As usual, we're just going to do those house rules. So as you're going to dance with us, which we hope you will do, move all the furniture back, the tables, the chairs and the sofas out of the way so you can't damage yourselves. If you happen to be dancing on a laminate or wooden floor, just make sure that you can't slide on it. And if by any chance you've got a rug on one of those types of floors, make sure that that can't slide either. Also, if you have pets in a home, do make sure that they are secure so neither they nor you can be injured in any way while you're dancing. Have a drink on the side for yourselves. Honeybun made one, and I think she's about drunk it.
I have, yeah.
And as a loser through there on the left-hand side, you may well need them. Have we had a few people join us this evening?
Yes, we've got Andrew is on first.
Right,
Says good
okay.
evening all. We've got Carole, Brenda and Michael say that Dartmoor's moonlit.
Oh right, yes.
Doesn't that sound wonderful?
Mm-hmm.
Caroline and Bob are on. Stephanie and David are on. Alan Butterworth, it says Oldham is dry at the moment.
Oh.
Yvonne and Francis say good evening all. Andrew and Wendy are on, say hi folks. Pat and Neil say hi, not higher.
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie and Tony are on from Eastbourne. David says hello to everybody.
Oh,
And to let everybody know that the music is now on YouTube.
Very
So
good.
if you go under his YouTube channel, David Smith,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be on there, Alexander's Ragtime Band, which is what Muriel and Jeff used when they invented it.
Yeah.
Renock and George are on. Kathleen is on and having a late tea, but watching from the comfort of her chair.
Good.
Andrea from Charmouth is on. Chrissy and Bernard from Eastbourne.
Mm-hmm.
And Celia from Eastbourne. Linford and Kathy from muddy Macclesfield
Right,
tonight.
Okay.
On YouTube we have Sriani's on from Durham. Ian and Liz from... Yes, say it out loud.
Rainhill.
Yes. David Smith's on as well, says hello to everybody. Bromman and Brian are raring to swing. Clifford and Veronica ready to swing along. Been locked in today because of more rain. Yeah. But we can't go out anyway, can we?
Well, not really.
And Alan and Liz have just come on. Mehdi says Noswith Dar. And Jim from a windy Blackpool.
Oh, right.
There we go.
Okay. Right. Over to you, Chucky Egg.
All right, okay. Let's all go and have a cup of tea and some buns then. No. Ragtime swing. So let's dance it through once to music. Warm the legs up, warm the brain up. We'll have an idea of how everyone's getting on with it, and then we'll break it down little by little into maybe a few styling ideas that they can take away. It's not compulsory. It's just some ideas. Okay. Melvin and Marilyn have just come on, and Pen and Ed. Okay, Gillian Albert as well. Okay, so just one track, which is only about a minute and a half, 4 sequences, I think, just to get ourselves warmed up. Here we go. 2, 3, and... Good.
Well done, everyone. Just let us know how that went for you. If it was pretty straightforward.
Yes.
And,
So let us know
yeah.
how you are up to that. Are we okay to
Carry on.
Do we need a bit more practice? Is what we're asking, really. 10 from Caroline. Kathleen Marshall says she would love to have joined in, but she's off to her own dance class tonight.
Oh.
Oh, I wonder where that is. Is that Scotland? No, not Scotland. Wales.
All right.
Don't know. I'm guessing. Where can still dance? I don't know. Might be somewhere else entirely. So it's just Caroline then. Nobody else has come back. So let us know, everybody. Oh, Brian and Broman are at 10 and ready to move on.
Good.
Oh, it's coming in now. Alan Butterworth, 10, 10, 10. Neil, 10. Clifford and Veronica, 10. And that's on the carpet. Lovely. Brainwaves a little slow. Yeah, that's why we need just to have a practice through first, isn't it? Just to get it back in the old brain box. And the legs. So far, we're all 10s.
Good.
Well, we need to give them something to think about, don't we?
We do. Yes. That cup of tea with buns.
Yeah. Don't say that. I'll really, really fancy that now. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, Andrew, 9.7.
Oh, right.
Ah, that's good for Andrew.
Yeah. Wonder why he's just that bit away.
He never says it's right because there's always something
Oh, absolutely.
you can work on. Carol's just said hello. She's just come online. Right, so looking good so far anyway. So let's go from the beginning. Shall I put my mic on? Just a bit extra volume. So, we don't know how you dance this already. Obviously, we can't see you. You might be dancing it like this. You might be dancing it like this. Who knows? So we'll give you one or two ideas. Phil has competed in this, and did very well with it. So, you know, we can sort of look at those ideas that we used when you competed in it. So first of all, you obviously need to be palm up leaders, followers are palm down. And you want a nice tone shape around. Nice big circle, more like an oval.
You don't need a firm grip either.
Fingertips. So who's it? Andrew, Wendy and Andrew as well. If he starts getting the old grip going, just let him know. Because sometimes I have to force my fingers out the way. So nice and loose hold. So when we step to the side, I normally turn my foot out very slightly because we're going to swing through. So we're going to step to the side. As we swing through, if we face you. So as we do our side step, we're not looking for like a flick, like jive. We're not looking for a boot, like football. It's balletic. It's supposed to be like an aerial. So we just need to swing it through more from the hip. Okay. But as it's swing music, there is this slight bounce to it. So even though it's got quite a graceful top line, there is like this musical bounce to it. So you can use your knees a little bit. You can actually, normally I think we actually go off the floor very slightly when you do the swing through from the hip. So you want to go to a nice straight leg, swing it through, 45 degrees to floor, toe turned out, pointy toe. Okay, nice and neat. Place it there. Slightly turn the standing leg out, I would. And very often you see them do a little rise through as you do the full extent of the swing. So you do a little rise on the standing leg. Just get the heel off the floor. Or even if you don't want to get the heel off the floor, just feel as though there's a little rhythm to it. So, hopefully, it'll be like ba, 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 ba. So you feel a little gentle bounce as you're doing it. Very, very gentle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another thing is, we're going to say something there?
I was just going to say like a little lilt.
Yeah, a little lilt. That's all. Not too bouncy. It's not like samba bouncing around. Let's look the way we're pointing our feet. So look at partner to start. And as we go through, let's look at the way we're going. Only to diag, then to the side, and then look the way you're going. Okay, so let's just try that first. So side, look where you're going. Look where you're going. It's a nice little lilt going. You could, if you want to do even more than that, you could raise the back arm and lower the arm you're looking at. So on the first one, you could just do a little shape, only a little one, and then back to partner, and then shape, only very slightly. We don't want all this. Just a very slight, like you're just presenting it that way. So let's just do those. Only very slightly, and the leader should be leading this. And I thought, look, he's got my finger trapped in there. Did you see that? I couldn't get my finger out.
The leader should be leading this.
Yes.
Okay, go on then, leader.
Go on then. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, just get used to it. Try not to kick each other. It helps if you don't kick each other. Okay,
She's
all right.
not letting you lead, kick her. Just let her know.
I think you'd be okay with that, wouldn't you? So 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, let's just do that with music first, because there's more styling on the first section than there is on the last section. So, little tiny bits of music, then we'll just check if you've got any questions about that first of all. 2, 3, and oh, there you're off. Okay, good. What are you doing there? You're stomping off. All right, so that's the first 4 beats. Then we've got our chassis, a long line of dance. You can just chassis into this, it's up to you. So we've done our 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in this shape, so we're shaping, presenting it against line of dance. And it might be quite nice to start with it rather than turn straight away. Let's build it up as we go. So as you do your chassis, start it facing against line of dance, side, close, and then as you do your last close, look at partner, and then chassis it back, and look at partner at the end. So it just might give you that little bit of balance. My worry is with this bit, as we've done that's against line of dance, if you look the other way, you've gone, you've lost it, you've got to get all the way back again now. And you see so many people, got to get back again. So to help us not to do that, if we shape it against line of dance with the kick, stay in that shape for the first part of it. Side, close, and on the side, just look at partner, soft lowering. You can tilt it very, very slightly and then chassis back. Okay, so shall we do it so you can see what we mean? So if we don't do it, go from the beginning, Phil, but we won't do the shape on the first one. So this is all going well, then that way, like that. That's how it normally feels. So if we counterbalance it, so we do our shape, now stay that way. Okay, it's just a little, it's up to you, try it, see if you like it. So the first 8 will be little shape, little lilt, little shape, staying there, side, close, then change the shape at the end, but only very slightly, side, close, side. Okay, let's just try that to music, so you can try it with that continuation of that shape. Then we'll see how we are for the first quarter. Any comments from you, Phil?
No, that's just about how I would have danced it, really. Keeping it nice and round and light.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Leader's just got to remember all the way through this that he's got to keep his arms up.
Yeah.
All the way
Got to
through.
keep his back up.
Yeah, there. That's it. Yeah.
So
a nice firm core and back with this.
Let's have a little go. Here we go. So just that first 8, just with those ideas. Look the way you're going. Stay that way. We'll do 4 goes. YouTube's just gone delay. I think it's alright now. It might have just recovered itself. Okay, so first quarter, let's have a check-in. Any questions? Did it work for you? Was it any better? Did you do that already? Anything at all? Just that first quarter, and then we'll move on to the next quarter.
Yeah.
Do you want to dance it through again? Whilst
I can.
I'll put the music on just while the marks are coming in, but let me know. And then by the time I get the marks in, I'll just start it again. So let me know how it's going. Just a bit more practice time once you let me know. Got your heart there, Liz, I saw that. Good. YouTube's coming and going here, Ian. Oh right, could be the mic. Good. You're alright. Good with arms. Okay. Right, so far so good. Okay. Good. Lost. Yeah, it just went all pixelated on YouTube, but it's okay again now. Yeah. How strange. My mic's still on. Okay, Wendy's just given up on YouTube and come across to Facebook.
Oh, right.
At least we've got that option, haven't we? Right. Good. So we've got our first quarter done. We've done our chassis, and hopefully without expending too much energy. Step point. Here, I would just look for that tone all the way through the arms and the back. So as you step now, we sometimes dance this a little bit too close. What I don't like is when you go through, I call this a swan shape, when you get a swan. So try and take your centre through and your arm through. So your whole body is moving through. And this is something I try and get everyone to do in every dance. So the arms don't go separately. So turn your back, turn your centre, arm will come through. Okay, so we've done chassis 1, chassis 2, still like that, aren't we? Mm-hmm. So we're going to step through, heel, toe, heel, toe, and then a heel, toe. So the first one, you might pitch it outwards slightly, let's just have a think. So you're going to go through, da, 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 da. Yeah. So step, point. So the arms come through the middle because you're pointing forwards. So I would probably take my centre to line of dance or very slightly to diag wall, and the opposite for leaders. So to line of dance or very slightly diag centre, free arm out. Now as you do your heel and toe again, you will probably face each other on the diagonal, heel, toe. So, I mean, you can keep them straight, but if you wanted something else to do with it, but the arm doesn't move backwards and forwards. It's our centre moving backwards and forwards. So if we did chassis 1, chassis 2, see where I want to. So if we kept coming down, step pointing, we're using the back, step, point. So if we let go, that's where I'm just going to move Phil away from you. So wherever you are pointing, you want your back in relation to your arms in relation to your back, no matter where you are. So you should just find each other here. You shouldn't be looking for each other. Which foot are your inside foot? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then the step point, so that's an inside one. And then slightly outward, slightly inward, slightly outward. So it's because our backs are moving rather than, and our pointing is inside foot or outside foot. We don't want this. Chassis 1, chassis 2. So it's not the arm moving, but we want our backs to move. So let's go back into context. So we've done chassis 1, chassis 2, and step, point, step, point. You can look at each other very slightly when you're doing the inward one. Some people do a hand-to-hand at that point. That's absolutely fine. It's quite nice. I think you put your arm out normally or hand on hip.
Hand on hip. Yeah.
3-step turn. Keep the arms where they are. So as we go down, keep your arms out. If there are people in the way, just bring them in slightly and then out again. But don't drop them, okay? So it'll be 1, 2, 3, third. And that'll be further back.
For the leader, of course, you're swapping arms. So as
They normally have them out on that bit. A lot of people keep it out on that bit.
even if they do, I might have had it out on that and then put it in.
They normally bring it in when they do the next bit.
So here, as we've step point, as we go down the room now, really, Shanna said before about, you shouldn't be looking for your partner's hand. Leader, it's up to you really. As you move, it's your hand, your left and right hand, that have got to be there for her. So as you're going down the room now, they need to stay at the same height. She knows exactly where your hand is there. She hasn't got to go looking for it.
So, I'm really wary about saying this. Just do a quick risk assessment of your house. If you can do one without knocking any ornaments off or going to smack each other in the face, you've got far enough apart. Don't look for your partner. So we've done our chassis 1, step, point, we're going to turn it around, we're not holding, we're not holding, step, point. So from there, don't look at your partner, keep your arms where they are, turn your back, 1, 2, 3, third position, and you should find that hand without looking for it. I don't want to say close your eyes, I think that's going to be a kiss of death.
Yeah.
But without looking for your partner, look forward against line of dance, as it were. 1, 2, don't look at them, and you should be able to just find them if you take the track down the room. Okay, how many steps have we done there? So we've done chassis 1, chassis 2, which this is our second quarter. So we've got our step, point, turn, third. Okay, at the end, follower, you're still in this lovely third ballet style position. Leaders, you're going to put your hand onto your hip as you go back up the room. So did you just want to explain how that feels?
Well,
right angle.
For those of you that have done old time, you will know this is hand on sword. So if you've done the lilac waltz, the lita, and those kind of dances, you will know exactly where the hand goes, and it's going just almost the Y here of your thumb, the crook there is just going on almost onto just slightly below the belt line of a trouser. It's pointing downwards.
All the way down from elbow to longest finger, nice and neat.
This arm here, it's coming out and going back in again. It's not
backwards.
It's there. It's level with your back.
So I always like to see, it's almost like a right angle in the crook of the elbow. A nice line from elbow all the way through to longest finger, I think. Yeah, nice and smart. So that's the next date. So you want to get to that position, but there's no rush. Don't think you've got to get the hand on the hip.
Yes, just move it round. Make nice big circles if you can. Make it elegant.
Okay, so we've done our first quarter. So our second quarter, we've done our chassis 1, chassis 2, step, point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to do the turn, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this arm is quite far back because our centres are on the diagonal, because we've got our nice third position with our feet. So followers, free arm will be out, leaders will be on hip, and that's halfway. So just the second quarter now. So we're going to go from step point. We've just finished the chassis. We're going to do step point, turn into third. So we're going to do step, point, look at partner slightly, turn into third position. You can look at them there as well if you wanted to, because it's an inward position, facing inward, but centres on the diag. Okay, let's just do that bit to music, then we'll see how you're getting on with that bit. Good, okay. Here we go. Just that bit. Yeah, I do look at you on that bit.
Yeah.
Make sure he's there.
She never lose hands, she's always
Right,
with
well, we could make it progressive Celia, I reckon, on that bit. Slut lilt, you still want the lilt? So you still want a little lilt as you're dancing it? Do 4. Move in that bit to the door.
don't give me that. I don't know. Any excuse.
Fab. Okay, everybody, how's the second quarter going? So you might have danced it all the way through, that's absolutely fine, but more just looking at the turn, the points, did it all make sense? Did it help? Were you doing it anyway? This is just giving a thumb this time. Maybe you shouldn't like that one as much. So just a couple of minutes just to double check in. I'll give you a little bit more practice music whilst I'm just checking the results, the scores on the doors. So far so good, so let me know everybody. We've just got that little lag, that's all. Good, we'll have one go through from the beginning and I'll come and just double check the marks from the start with that lilt. On the door. Good, fine. Lovely. So that's halfway through. So we're in our third position. We've got 2 cross steps coming back up the room. So it's not like the technique you would use in a lock step. So if you're very used to doing ballroom and you're thinking it's toe, 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 heel, getting your weight forward, it's not. It's a lock step. So everything we do in classical is a little bit back weighted. So you're going to soften down. You still have that lovely lilt, but it's going to be a heel lead into the cross steps. So it's step, cross, step, and step, cross, step. So let's have a nice little compression into each one. So the first one, you're going to compress your standing leg, so that's followers right, leaders left. So you're just going to compress down, soften it, he'll lead, and 1 and 2, and again, and 3 and 4. Okay, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. So nice and soft. Hand will remain on leader's hip, follower's arm will stay out. And step, cross, step, and step, cross, step. So if we do it this way, so you can, if you wanted to copy us, so in third position, going to soften that back leg, and step, cross, step, and step, cross, step. Okay, so the first one feels quite inward because you're going on the outside foot to partner. So you can feel as though you're slightly to partner on this one. And then you can feel, because you're coming through and opening it out, the arm will come through again because the back's turned out. Okay, and your centre line will move outward on the diagonal. So the first one's slightly in on the diagonal, and the second one's slightly out. So you can see what we mean. So if we did it straight, with no turn at all, and which looks fine, doesn't it? Absolutely fine. But a bit more extension, is just looking for that extra bit of styling. So centre on the diag, inward, centre outward, just gives you a little bit extra to it. The arm will come through because the back has turned out. So the arm doesn't go through on its own. As always, it's because the back's turning. So one last go, we'll show you that. And lock, step 1, cross, step 2. Okay, so I'll just double check there's no questions about that bit. That might be a bit different. Yeah, I'd be interested to see this progressive. See this is about doing it progressively. So, another reason for doing these cross steps outward is because you're creating more potential to then move inward with the ronde. So if you do your first one, as we've said, inward, so the arm is the arm slightly back, we've centred it inward. Second one, outward, you've got then more scope, you're prepping it outward to move all the way through. If you only did it straight, so you set up in third, so if you did it absolutely straight, it's harder, you don't have as much, you need the reciprocal force, don't you? You need it as far out as you're going to come back in.
Bit of welly.
A bit of welly, you're prepping it.
Yes.
You're prepping that turn. So first, we'll do it one last go. So cross step inward, cross step outward, stop. Stop. So, slight compression to the front knee. If you're on carpet, do this really slowly, or in socks, or a little bit at a time. As you're going round, make this, should just move back a bit so we can you get it in?
I should think so.
Keep it on the floor, inside edge of big toe, straight leg, pointy toe, as you go round. So it's a nice clean circle you're making. As you face each other, take that hold, so your back's turning, you find your partner, you connect, but you still keep it moving through. It'll change from an inside toe. As you face partner, it'll go to tippy toe, and it will end outside edge of toe as you go round your circle. Okay, for both of us. You're right then. So, as you bring it round the back, it's the inside edge of the big toe. That's making a circle. You're pivoting on your standing leg. You'll get to partner. He's beat me. You want to try and do it like a mirror version of each other, which isn't easy. So you're pointing to each other, keeps going across the line, pivot on your back foot wants to end on the diagonal, you're still in open hold, the outside edge of the foot. Alright, okay. Anything else you want to add to that bit?
Now, once again, it's really down to the leader. He's got to keep those arms at the, that stable height for his partner, especially coming through on the two cross steps. And you're building that ronde up in the two cross steps.
Yeah.
you're building the momentum up to swing round.
I think you certainly need the second one to be outward.
Yeah.
Then you can prep your turn to come back inward. It feels more balanced rather than having to start it from a kind of a perpendicular position.
Also, you have to remember that as you're doing those steps, leading, you've got your hand on your hip. So as you actually do the second cross step, as you then bring your foot starting to come round on the inside edge, you have to have this hand moving ready to come to the height for your partner. It's got to be an early lead so she can see where her left hand is going to land.
But your left hand will follow, but when you do it, it will follow your leg.
It will follow the leg.
Yeah, and you hold taut. Everything's turning on that standing leg. It's like a compass point, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, and that's your pencil. Drawing a line. Okay, so that was a bit mathsy at school. So we've got our cross step 1, cross step 1. We've got our cross step 2, cross step 2, heel lead, taking centre outward. So compress slightly into that front knee so you've got some balance on it. Rotate your centres, bring this joined hand back as you go round. We're doing it very slowly obviously, and then to a lovely point position. So I would take the head with the foot, so you would only take it to diag. Line of dance might be a bit overstretched, I would have thought, but nice position. Slightly compressed on the standing leg. Where are we up to with the numbers there? Let's work that out. We're doing it the other way so you can follow our feet. Normally we'd be coming back against line of dance. So from here, it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. So count yourselves 5, 6. You've got 2 slows to get to that position. Slow, slow. That's 5, 6. And then 7, 8 is the point. 7, 8. I think. I'm going to check that now. Let's try that again. I know this is halfway, but I never work out where the next split is. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and the point where our centres are, because it's an inward, because it's the outside foot, so it's an inward, on a diag, nice shape, slightly raise the back connection. Look down the room. And again, let's try that a couple of times. Do your best if you're on carpet. We understand it's not easy on carpet. Gonna compress into these, then zoomies. Ready? And 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's look at partner on the 5, 6. This is the proper context now, line of dance. So we're moving against line of dance. And compass. Ready, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at Tree, looked at me. Yeah. And compress, lilt it 1, and 2, bring it round. No, do you know what I was doing? I was saying, do I follow my foot with my head?
I usually do.
Yeah. I think it's nice to look at each other though. Just for on the 6.
What did I do when we competed?
When we put the music on, we'll know.
Yeah.
Okay. And lock step 1, lock step 2, swing it round, step, point. Okay, let's try it with music. Good, everyone's all right? No questions? Just that bit. I think we look at each other. Ready? Let's not look at each other now. Let's see what we think. It's easier to turn if you don't look at your partner.
That's very often what you find people looking at the foot.
Yeah, looking at the foot. Yeah. I've got a quarter crab on the way now. Last one. Good. So it's check-in time, and whilst you let me know, I'll put the music on and we can all have a go from the beginning. Bit of a practice. Just trying to remember all of these little bits and bobs. If you know, just take the bits you enjoy. Oh, that's very kind. Celia said, we teach technique perfectly and styling.
Oh.
Flutter your eyelashes
She's
at
not
her.
saying that because it's true.
Good, everything all right. So I'll let you get the scores in for me. Let me know how you're getting on. And we'll do one practice from the beginning, and then we'll just come and check before we carry on, just in case anyone's got any issues.
Well done, everyone.
Good. So when we all go to Blackpool, we're going to amaze everybody, aren't we? Look at them, look at that formation team. Right, good, well done. Good. Last bit. Not too much in the last bit, is there? Okay, so we've done ronde, step, point. We're still in double hand hold. We're going to let go at this point and face line of dance for your first slow. As we go through for the chair, you can just just present it a little bit more, rotate your centre out again, but don't lean forwards. So let's just do that on the side. So it's a nice chair line on the point, haven't we? So you do your walk, so you're just completely neutral. Our hand will be between us, just with the back. So if we let go, you're just in normal hold. Now, as you step through for your chair, it's quite nice. I would say my centre just turns out very slightly. Arms therefore turn out, but my back is straight. So we're not leaning forward into it. Okay, if you're leaning forward, just try to stop it early. Keep that spine straight. Then you can replace back and to the side, taking a left to right hold, ready for the rotary chassis. So, on the point. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do it from each angle. So a double hand hold for the moment. So we're stepping through, opening it out. Our back's turning, our arm isn't moving, our back's turning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about getting close. One last go. Don't know which way around I've done it now. We're going this way. Do we not start this way? Okay. Ready? Back to those backs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's just a nice big presentation, tone top line, quite ballroomy really this bit. Spine straight over over the standing leg, the front leg in the chair. Rotary chassis time. I very often ask couples to dip the way they're going. So if you're doing the first rotary chassis, natural because it's turning right, leaders, you're going to look to your left and just sway it very slightly to your left. A little lilt. But don't try and get into partner. Don't worry about getting to partner. Just go a diagonal across partner. Bigger steps than follower. Follower small steps. Leader big steps. So we're apart because we're going to catch him as he goes past. And side, close, side. Okay, then we're going to reverse the roles. Followers big steps. Cut across him on the diagonal. Leaders small steps. Try and get this first step, pointing line of dance between her feet. And again, tilt the way you're going. If you tilt the way you're going, help to get round a bit easier. You can look the way you're going as well. I don't mind that as much, but just try and tilt. So on the first one, we're going to tilt towards diag wall. Okay. Tilt towards diag wall, and then tilt probably to line of dance. And then on the last part, you just level out to start again, kick each other. Okay, so some people look the way they're going. We leave this as a personal choice. So we'll show you both and you decide whether you want to look at each other or not. So we're both going to look the way you're going, look the way you're going. It's a bit like polka, look the way you're going. Or you don't have to. You can just stay in normal hold, but you still shape. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I prefer the polka look. So you look the way you're going. It's always useful, isn't it, to look where you're going.
When I lived in Austria, we did a lot of polkas. You tended to look, mainly because you didn't want to crash into
That's
somebody.
what I mean. I think it's good advice to look where you're going. So the last part we've done. Where are you going home?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
No.
Have you changed your mind?
Point. Last 8. We're in double hand hold. Ready?
Yeah.
So last bit, chair. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. And then you're going to rotate into, and just do an arm slide on this side to find the fingertips again as you do the rotation into the very last part, the transition into the beginning again. Okay.
Leaders, on that rotary chassis, the first one, as you set off, you want to be looking here, side, close, side. You want to get to at least here, so you're looking against the line of dance over your partner. Yeah, minimum over your partner's right shoulder. In fact, you could possibly do being a little bit more, with just shorter room here. Now this one, if you're going down the line of dance,
your foot.
You've really got to open it right out.
Point it to line of dance.
To at least line of dance, so you can get yourself round enough so you can be facing wall when you start again. That's the biggie.
So we'll do it on the alignment because we're rotating it at the moment, so end that way. So done step, point, come back. So really dance across partner here. Chassis 1, Now leader, point to line of dance, but bigger steps for follower, smaller steps for leader. Chassis 2. So we've got to come all the way across, and then you've only got about 90 at most to make up. Arm slide, off you go again. That's the hardest bit, I think, the very last bit. All right, a couple of goes with that last 8, and then we'll take your scores on the doors. And step, chair, back, out, chassis 1, chassis 2, and off you go again. Okay, one more go. Should we do it to music? Do it to music. So have a good old practice of that last 8, and then we're putting it all together in a minute. Here we go. Last one. Good, well done. So, give us the scores on the door. Some are already coming in. Chair position, just answer Brenda's question as I'm waiting for the other comments to come in. Yeah, chair position, it's the same for all of them. So straight back. So if you're doing it in ballroom, or waltz or whatever, I'm going to go through. So we've set behind partner and chair. Exactly the same. So no leaning forwards. Can we go around on the spot? How elegant that was. Okay. So you're completely over your own balance. We can let go. Okay. So yeah, chair. Always nice and vertical. 10, but I am solo. I think it's harder solo. In fact, we'll dance it solo in a minute.
Will we?
Yes.
These crazy ideas are.
Getting a bit dizzy. Yeah. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. If you're doing the same bit over and over, if we do it from the beginning, hopefully it'll be okay. Right. So, all the way through. Let's give it a go, everybody. If you remember nothing else from this, remember that lilt as you dance it, that swing feeling, that slight bounce to it, that gives it that joyous kind of character. Okay, they're doing really well. Andrew's on a 9.9. Let's see if we can get that to a 9.9 recurring.
All right, okay.
Okay, he won't give himself 10.
Right, okay.
Right, from the beginning, everybody. You're yawning.
Really early this morning.
Right, okay, here we go. From the beginning, see how much of that we can remember. Here we go. Good.
Ooh.
So last scores on the doors. That was an hour.
Yes.
Gosh, that went quick.
Ooh.
So last one, let us know everybody. How did it end? We want to peak. Just as we want to finish as it's peaking, don't we?
Yes, we do.
It gets to a stage where you've done too much.
Yeah, we do want to.
Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, just coming in. Anything else you want to say, Phil? Oh, the last one's just.
The only thing I would say throughout this dance, what I found when I was competing in it, is that it's lovely music, as you can see. It's a joyous dance, really, a swing. So, smile. Whenever
you know, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Whenever you get the opportunity to look at your partner, it does depend who you're dancing with, of course, to smile at each other. Yeah. Put that smile on each other's face, because it's it really is a fun dance as well.
Yeah, I went to say that before and I forgot.
Yeah, smile.
Good smile. Not just smile, grin.
Yeah.
Grin away.
Yeah.
As if you know something everyone else doesn't. Good. We're getting 10s and 9 point somethings. Good. Well done, everybody. Good. That's fine. I'll just if there are any other things, just let me know and I'll have a look in a minute.
Right, your egg. Well done.
Well done.
Yes, to you all. We hope you've enjoyed that little technique lesson, really. It's always good to just refresh. And what I think is that when you can incorporate some technique into your dancing, especially when you know the dance already,
Just remember
you can really enjoy the dance even more. There's no question about that.
Cindy Swing. Cindy Swing, it starts in parallel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, okay, but you know now it's a inside foot. You can do it again.
Yeah.
It's not outside foot, no. So look at each other, look away. So it's the same. Okay, nice and soft compression, lilt all the way through. Don't do it like we just did it then. Do it much better than that.
Yeah, all the technique of the swing can go through all of that. Yeah, the Mayfair.
Yeah, all the swings.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed it. We should be back this week on Friday with the third part of our Argentine Tango.
How exciting.
We shall also be back on Saturday evening
Dance
for
night.
a dance night.
Practice
And
this.
next week.
Bluebird Waltz next week. So I know quite a few know it already, but don't worry if you don't know it. It is a really good one. My only concern is how much we can drill down in 2 sessions.
Yeah.
So
there's an awful lot of technique in this.
Yeah. So that's my only concern about how much we can get through. But as always, like with the Bertie's Foxtrot, we'll earmark it to come back to if we need to. Once it's in, once all those steps are in, and we'll give you some technique as we go, we can come back to it even if it's in the new year, and do another little workshop on it just to.
And once again, all the techniques through the Bluebird Waltz will help
just
you
waltz.
so much in your waltz.
Yeah, always lovely.
Yes, it is. So, we hope to see you all soon.
Bluebird Waltz is a paid access week next week. So if you've not already signed up, let us know. We can make sure we can sign you up. If you're, it's £10 per couple, £7.50 as a solo, and that's the whole week. And if you have already signed up and you haven't gone on the Facebook group, get on that Facebook group, because I'll probably ask you a few questions before we start as well.
So, till we see you again, which we hope is very soon, stay healthy, be happy.
Be happy.
Yes, be happy, yes. Be kind to everybody whenever you can. I know we might not see that many people these days.
Be kind.
Yes, be kind.
Be kind.
So, it just leaves us to say from
us
to you, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care. See you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well done, everybody.